Ladies and gentlemen, very often if I attend a wedding, someone says to me, why do they call that man the best man? Well, this is a story that goes back in our country to the dark ages, hundreds of years ago. There was a time when there was a shortage of women in certain areas. So if a handsome young fella saw a beautiful young maiden, perhaps in another town or village, the only way he was going to get her to be his partner was to steal her, pick her up and run. Now, if he was going to get away with that wicked deed, he would need help. He would need the help and protection of a great, big, strong man. Acheson. A bully boy could protect him. So quite simply, he took with him the best man he could find. Well, Tim has chosen the best man he can find, I suppose. Of course he has, he's chosen his brother Ben. Play silence for our best man, Mr. Ben Acheson. Go on, Ben.
First of all, I apologise, I've had to delete half the speech because it was too offensive.
That's no joke, that is not a joke.
I'll go outside a bit.
If I hesitate, it's because there's a lot of scribbling out as well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tim and Alex's wedding reception. It's lovely to be with you all on this momentous day. It's very difficult to describe the bond that exists between brother and brother. What do you say? I could try to say that my brother has always been there. I could try to say that he always does the right thing. But that would be a complete pack of lies. In fact, Tim's only saving grace is his incredible good looks.
Modesty runs in the family, obviously.
A few years ago, Tim was my best man. He didn't even bother to write a speech. He just turned up on my doorstep empty-handed. And I asked him, where's your speech? Knowing as I do. He just dismissed the question. I asked to have a look at the speech, and he told me he hadn't actually prepared one at all. Not a single word. He hadn't even given any thought to what he might say. Naturally, I hoped he was joking, but he wasn't. So I had to help him write it there and then, with just moments to go before my wedding. So this is my chance to get revenge. And to those of you with a nervous disposition, I apologise. I have deleted the lot. Quite seriously, I was rather worried about this speech. Not because I get nervous and hate speaking publicly, although I do. Most people do. No. I wrote a really, really nasty, shocking and controversial speech, which was so bad that even I had my reservations about delivering it. And those of you who know me very well will know that is not said lightly. But I spoke to Tim, and he basically gave me carte blanche. In fact, and Tim will vouch for me on this, and so will my wife. We were sitting in my wife's car at the time, and he actually said perfectly seriously that people expect the best man to cause offence and controversy in his speech. Apparently, it's traditional for me to say terrible things and embarrass him. I think it must have slipped his mind. I've known him all my life. And I've seen him do things ranging from tying people up, to firing a gun during school assembly, to causing major nuclear incidents involving all of the emergency services. I wonder how many people think I'm joking.
No one knows.
We do.
Now, I'm sorry. Religion can be a very sensitive topic for many people. I've deleted most of this bit, don't worry. So from this point, I will try not to mention anything about it. On the subject of religion, Tim has got some very interesting ideas. First, it was unclear whether he would fit comfortably into Alex's Catholicism, or if Alex would in fact take any interest And then you have Tim's complex religious interests, which include, for example, alien invasion theory, Baphomet, and the Knights Templar. But Tim appears to have abandoned the darkest paths. The goats don't know whether to laugh or cry. I'm actually really surprised that Alex allowed me to be Tim's best man at all, given that I would need to make a speech today. After all, I know Tim better than anybody, maybe even Alex herself. In fact, Alex was quite keen to check and censor my speech before it was unleashed upon this assembly. Sorry, Alex, you knew there was no chance, and now it's too late. There are so many things I could say about Tim that really, really are not for public consumption. As I say, I will try not to mention anything too there, because there have been times when he's been a very naughty boy indeed. Welling Garden City Police once suspected him of being a terrorist. But that's possibly what he wanted them to think. Although when they surrounded the shop in which he was attempting to buy bomb-making equipment using a dodgy Irish accent, he really got more than he bargained for. So I won't mention anything like that today. And of course, I have played my own part in many of his escapades. Just recently, Stag Night. That was more like a Stag Week, in my memories. There were no criminal proceedings on that occasion. I wouldn't really destroy my brother's life with an evil wedding speech, so I can't really tell you anything about him. I think why they were worried about this. So here I am. Here I am, best man, making the speech. It's not an easy thing to do, because this is an important day. And there are several things that I would like to say, and I think everybody here will concur. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the wonderful bridesmaids. Don't they look fabulous, and didn't they do a brilliant job?
Yeah.
I'd also like to thank the ushers for doing a very good job and for helping the day to run smoothly.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank all those who took part in the offertory.
Anyway. Yeah, alright.
I'd like to thank everybody who helped organise things today, and particularly my dad, Matt, Natasha, Marcus, Vicky and Karen for their lovely reading. Yeah. And I'd like to thank my beautiful wife Jo, who made the tiaras and did a reading as well. Yeah. All of you, your words were very beautiful and thoughtful. Thank you very much. I should also thank my sister Em for remaining relatively calm and quiet so far today.
You haven't been sitting on the same table.
Table one,
So
table fun.
What do they call table one?
Table fun.
You've seen nothing yet.
Well, you had to be there to understand.
There are many other people whose thoughts are here today, even though they weren't able to make it. Here I have some messages from family and friends, some of whom are here, and some who sadly are elsewhere. And now I've got to try and decipher people's handwriting. See where